worry about this Wi-Fi spot. I think this Wi-Fi spot's pretty good. So Aric Leavitt.
That was John Hardy, a tune that was actually from a song written by Hootie Ledbetter, who is, of course, an all-American folk legend who'd seen the inside of a prison system. That tune, John Hardy was a black gunslinger who shot a man and did time for it. Well, that tune was named for John Hardy by Leadbelly. I want to do one for you that gives you a good sampling of the Scots-Irish ancestry of bluegrass. And this is a tune written by Bill Monroe, the father of bluegrass, actually called Scotland. That's the name of the tune, Scotland. And if you listen to the sound of it and how it emulates the bagpipes, you get a good feel of it right there. Bill Monroe's whole ancestors migrated from Scotland, and that was a major influence on bluegrass hill folk. Here's a tune called Scotland. He composed that tune for the mandolin, because keep in mind, Bill Monroe did. He's not known for being a banjo player. He's known for being a mandolin player, because he created bluegrass music for the mandolin. The mandolin is the key instrument for bluegrass. Everything else was added. The guitar, his brother Charlie brought the guitar into it, so it was mandolin and guitar. And then they added a fiddle player and a bass player. The last instrument to be added to make it a 5-string bluegrass string band is the banjo. 5-string banjo. And I will mention right here that 5-string banjo is very different from a 4-string banjo. They're almost two different instruments. Same sound, and they're both banjos, but 4-string banjo is tuned totally differently and played totally differently than a 5-stringer like this one.
Is one simpler than the other to play?
You know, this is what Jerry Garcia told me. He instructed me. To get real good on something is never easy. Learning in the beginning stages, there's probably not much of anything that's more difficult than bluegrass. So I would have to say a 5-string banjo is probably harder to learn. And I know I taught it for years. After Jerry left, I took over as one of the key banjo players in the Bay Area Peninsula area. and it's not an easy thing to pick up. Bluegrass style is very classical. Some people have called it classical country. Well, I think that's my term. I've never heard it called. I've actually termed it classical country. If you really want to define bluegrass, though, to real down-to-earth terms, I would say bluegrass is more country than country.
This is the most country I know.
Yeah, it is more country than country. Although I love country, and I love western, and I love country and western. I really do. But when you're comparing a 4- and 5-string banjo, a 4-string banjo, you don't use finger picks. You use a straight flat pick, and it's tuned like a violin and a mandolin. A mandolin and a fiddle are tuned G, D, A, E, like that. On a 4-string banjo, you got the same progression but lower. C, G, D, A, like that. On a 5-stringer, you get either, for bluegrass tuning mainly, you get a straight open G. That's an open G chord. The easiest chord you'll ever get on a 5-string banjo. You don't have to fret anything. There's G right there. Or you can make it into C tuning by tuning the 4th-string down one. And that's not an open tuning. So, but if you do this, then you get... In fact, why don't I do something in the key of C for you? And I haven't done anything in the key of C.
What is this thing called that you're going to do in the key of C?
What's it called?
Yes, what is this called? Or are you just going to do a riff?
I'll do a song.
A song.
How about Lincoln and Liberty?
Is it Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah.
All right, yes. That's
Well,
who he is.
He was big on liberty, right?
That's what we're told.
He was big on building railroads and infrastructure too. That's what another thing that made him so great. Okay, Lincoln and Liberty, otherwise known as State of Arkansas. It's been called that too. A little off. Give me a second. Lincoln and Liberty. Lincoln and Liberty. And you noticed I wasn't finger picking on that. I had a strum in there. That's more of the folk style, the Pete Seeger style, if you will. It's called the basic strum. Pluck up, and then strum up, and then pluck down with the thumb. That's the basic strum. Often the very first thing that a banjo player wannabe start off learning is how to do that basic strum. I didn't do that. When I picked up the banjo, I wanted to play like Earl Scruggs. I wanted to play Foggy Mountain Breakdown right away. So I just started figuring out that hammer-on so I could do that Foggy Mountain Breakdown. That's the first thing I went after.
All right, thanks a lot. More, we'll do more of these. And, so we'll let you know when we're going to do some more. Thank you very much, Aric Leavitt.